Hey everybody, it is Toni-Maree here again. I'm just checking the date. It's the 28th. Goodness me, June's nearly over. I can't believe it. So you can hear my puppies in the background playing. So please excuse the noise. I'm here again to, as I am every week, every Wednesday in the group, 11 o'clock Australian Standard Time. It's a dreary day here in Canberra. That's why the lights are on in the background. But it's not too cold, and I'm heading out this afternoon, so that's going to be fabulous. So let me start by picking a card for the day, and let's see how we go. Okay. Okay. That's really interesting. Okay. My deck is always facing the same way, and for some reason these cards have come up together, and they actually work beautifully together. So here's I'll do the one that caught my attention first. Know your power. We've had this card before, and it is all about understanding who you are from a soul perspective, not from judgment from others or labels or tags or anything else. And then we have stay strong. I don't believe we've had this card in the group before. So, hey Penny, yes, I'll absolutely draw a card for you in a moment. Gorgeous. This is just today's cards for some guidance for everybody. So let me just tap into these. Yeah. There's lots of, okay, so know your power is all about, it's tapping into flow, into the sun, there's lots of sun flares and stuff going on at the moment. There's lots of cosmic energy moving. There's shift to the feminine. There's lots of blocking going on with feminine energy because it's shifting towards from a masculine world to a feminine world. And so I myself have had some physical blocks, as in some pain. So this is about paying attention to that feminine energy that we all have, whether we're male or female, and to let it flow. And to understand that that is your power, especially in this group where we're all women, that our feminine energy is power. We get told so often that it's not, that we should hide it under a bushel, but it is absolute power. And the stay strong is when we're tempted to step away from our true selves, when we're tempted to step away from that feminine energy and that feminine power and that universal soul, to stay strong. This week in particular is absolutely about these two cards. There's so much shift going on. It is just insane. I'm not going to be at all surprised if we don't lose a few more magical famous people in the next week, because there's just so much change going on. People are moving, and they're moving and they're going home as well as staying here. So if you do have someone who is unwell, reach out to them and just let them know that they're cared for here and on the other side, if that's what you believe in. Okay, so Penny, hello. Nicole Jepson. I'll absolutely get to you in a second, gorgeous. I'm just going to pull a card for Penny. So excuse the background noise, which is my puppies and my birds. Okay, another card for Penny, please. Oh gosh, Pen. Lots of topsy-turviness for you. Yes, I'm not surprised at all. Surrender to the flow, gorgeous. You can't control what you can't control. This is about the universe affecting you and acting on you at the moment. You can't control it. All you can do when this situation arises is to actually go with it, to actually accept that we can't control everything. It's impossible. Control is actually an illusion. It's an illusion that we give ourselves so that we're not frightened as human beings, so that we feel like we're moving forward and we're not moving backwards and all the rest of it. So this is surrendering to the flow. This is not about surrendering to negativity or fear or anxiety. This is about being observant, watching what's happening for you, because there are some big lessons happening for you, Penny. I would recommend in the next like 3 weeks you're going to undergo some really big shifts. If you want some guidance, reach out to somebody that you know somebody who can support you in this, because they're going to be there for you. And the thing to remember is the ladybug on this card. So ladybugs can fly, but she's actually just sitting on the leaf, having a whale of a time, floating around, enjoying wherever the wind takes her. So she's perfectly safe, and this is you. So stick with it. Be patient. Don't be frustrated with yourself, Pen. And and just go with the flow. Okay. All right, Nicole. Can you see any work-related changes? Okay, let's have a look, Nicole. Just tapping into you, Nicole. Just think of work from me for a moment. Yeah, there's some stuff going on at the moment that's not particularly pleasant for you. I'm getting a real kind of icky, nauseous, not like I'm going to throw up feeling, but just a real sick of it type feeling. So let's have a look if there's some changes happening. The answer is yes, there is changes happening, but I don't know that it's going to be what you're expecting, which is actually going to be exciting, not a bad thing. Okay, let's have a look. Ooh, okay. And this is really interesting. Okay, it's quite a dark card. I don't know if you can see it. It's called Make the Sacrifice. It's a bit hard to see. I'll just grab my phone to see if I can turn a light on so that you can actually see the card a bit more easily. There we go. That's better. So it's just such a dark day here. That's actually a dragon. This is not a negative card, even though it's a dark card. Make the sacrifice. So I'm just turning this light off because it's going to annoy me. Lots of undercurrent, lots of undertow. Yeah, there's so much going on, but there's lots of regrowth and rebirth. There's lots of opportunity. So the thing that's really grabbing my eye with this card, and it is really coming clear, is that there is absolutely going to be a surprise in store. Oh, your computer has frozen. Okay, Penny, don't panic, because that's just, okay, Penny and Nicole, that's the spirit around interfering with the technology. You both have very strong messages today. This is recorded. It will be live in the group, okay? So you will have it. You will be able to access it from now until the end of time, okay? It's also going to be put up on YouTube with no names or anything associated, so you'll be able to get it there if you want it. But just tapping into this for you, Nicole. It's about making the sacrifice. So there is absolute change, and the thing is going to be for you, it is all about letting go and sacrificing what you think you want for what is meant to happen for you. I know that's a very generic card and a very generic sort of response, but there's so much opportunity there with work. And it's going to be unexpected. There's going to be someone whose head you're going to want to hold, slice off, so to speak. And there is someone there who is not particularly nice, who's actually, there's rumours, and it's not backstabbing so much, it's undermining, yeah. It's purely their jealousy. So you need to rise above that, really, Nicole, and just not worry about it. Okay, so I'm going to draw a card for tomorrow. And let's have a look and see what we've got. Okay. And And while I'm doing that, while I'm focusing on tomorrow, and remember that this card is specifically for this group, and in particular the people here on this call or the people who are watching it. The universe and the messages I get do have a time frame on them, but this is for anyone who actually comes within the next 24 hours and has a look at this video. Okay. Seek the lesson. Remember I talked about before about a lot of change and shift going on today and at the moment with solar flares. And remember I talked about the change into flow and into feminine energy. Well, that's what this card is all about. It's about seeking the lesson. We are all being given messages at the moment from the planet, from the universe, from the stars, from the sun, from the solar system, from our friends, from our family, our work colleagues. It is so overwhelming that it is super duper important to step back and not be overwhelmed by everything that's coming at us. I'm no different to everybody else. Huge lessons for me, huge shift happening for me at the moment. And it's for me, it's about stepping into my truth and who I am in a more powerful way. And that is happening for so many people that I know right now. And as I said before, there's a lot of transition happening. So as people are transitioning into new opportunities, into new work, new relationships, new countries, into death. It is a journey. It is just a transition from one form to another. We do not cease to exist. I know this for a fact. My mum has transitioned back to home, to the light, to her soul, to where we all come from, and it is just looking for those lessons, looking for and being curious about. Gosh, of all of the 50 things coming at me, what is one thing I'd like to pay attention to? It doesn't have to be the right thing. It doesn't necessarily mean it's the wrong thing or the bad thing. Just choose one, because there's a lesson in there for you. And intuitively, you will always pick the thing that you're meant to focus on. And if it's not the thing you're meant to focus on, it's leading you towards the thing you're meant to focus on and the answers that you seek. So, if people say, oh gosh, you've got to think positively and you've got to make the right decisions at the right time and you've got to be lucky, and yeah, that helps. But at the end of the day, you don't need any of that. You need to be curious, you need to be open, and you just need to pay attention to what's happening around you, not to you, but what's being gifted to you. And they're two different things. Nicole, don't worry about the card, gorgeous. As I was saying before, this is recorded. It will be put in the group and it's all there for you. So, but if you have a particular question other than that work one, and for you, Nicole, the work card is all about change. It's about opportunity coming your way. It is going to be unexpected. Watch for that person who is undermining you. You're going to be tempted to cut their heads off and serve them up on a silver platter. Resist the temptation. You're bigger than that, okay? Their energy is negative, and you just don't dive into it. Okay. So, and you're very welcome, Nicole and Penny. Thank you for your questions. Okay, so we're about halfway through. Gosh, can you believe it already? Halfway through. So, a couple of things. I always do this, and I only do it once through every call. If you would like a tarot reading with me, then I look at the past, the present, and the future. I'm a messenger. I'm not a medium. I don't tap into spirit. I don't call spirit. It is not I can do it, but it's not my interest. Spirit appears. If you have someone you want to contact, then if you feel strongly enough about it, they're going to be there and they will make themselves known, and you can talk to them if you wish or not. You have absolute control. But it's about past, present, and future. It is $67 for a half hour or part thereof. But mind you, if it's 35 minutes, I'm not like a plumber. You don't get charged a second $67, okay? So it's within reason. Most of my clients have an hour session. And if you'd like it recorded, it's just an extra $20, and then you can refer to it forever. If you have a referral, so if you have a session with me and you refer someone who books a session with me, then you automatically get a 10% discount for the next 3 sessions that you have. So there you go. they can be done online, in person, whatever works for you. And that's it for the sales speech. Okay. So I want to, sorry, my puppy's just ripping up paper. I just wanted to check it wasn't something vital. So I'm just going to take everybody through what this card deck is all about. Okay. So this is my favourite oracle cards. Every psychic under the planet usually has their own set. I'll be developing my own eventually, but I love this because it's connected to the planet. It is just a beautiful set of cards. It is all about Gaia, and so the cards are very reflective of Gaia. I'll just pull out a couple just at random so that you can see how gorgeous they are. So this is change is unavoidable. So I keep looking around the card to make sure you can see it. And it's about contemplation. It's about, you know, positive, negative, the balance. It is, yeah, fabulous. Sorry, I keep seeing some of my favourite cards, but I've used these before. So let's pull out some that I haven't pulled for a while. Look, this is just gorgeous. Heed your dreams, right? It's got the magic, it's got the fear associated with scary dreams, it's got the mysticism, it's got the joy. It's just a fantastic card. And there's so much that you can get from these cards. Now, if you'd like to learn to be intuitive, then or to, no, I suppose it's not really learning to be intuitive. It's about allowing your intuition to thrive and allowing it to help you view your world in a slightly different way so that you can be more attuned to yourself, to the universe, and you can find those difficult situations in life just that little bit more easier because you get a bit of extra support and guidance. Then let me know, because I'm going to be doing some one-on-one mentoring in the next couple of months with a few people. And I'm interested to know if people would like a course on this, say a 4-week course on how to tap into your intuition, what it means to be intuitive, the different types of intuition, how you practice it, just sort of as an introduction. Yeah, so just let me know. So that's my puppy again. I do apologise. I've got one outside barking and 2 inside. Okay, Nicole, my young family has seen lots of stress. Can you see things getting better for us? Okay. Nicole, are we talking children? If so, how many? Because the kids are separate to that question. I'll do the family as a whole for the moment. But this is something coming through for the kids. Okay. I don't read kids unless I get parents' permission. But as their soul is so pure, often their messages are really, really good. Oh my gosh, there's so much there with your family. Okay, 2 young boys. Yeah, I was thinking 3, but okay, 2. Okay. Nicole, if you don't mind, I'm going to pull a couple of cards for you. So the first one I will do for you is around the families as a whole, and as I have asked, whether the stress that you've had will ease, so whether the family will actually feel more comfortable and more joyful. The more specific the question, the better the answers. So I just want to clarify that. Sorry, babe. Be patient. Okay. Right, there's light at the end of the tunnel, but it's not for a little while yet. It's like you've been in grey, and the grey is changing. It is changing to, it's like when it's almost like I can feel it. It's like when dawn arrives. So everything's dark and dreary, especially here in Canberra when we get fog. And then dawn arrives, burns off the fog, and you get the most magical crystal clear colours. And it is vibrant and it's alive, and there's a sense of renewing. There's a sense of not peace, it's movement, but it's a calmness that comes with that new day before the rat race, sort of kicks in and people wake up. That's what's coming your way. So you are coming out of the grey, but it is going to be a little while yet. And really it is about being patient. Now, the patient part of it is actually lessons you all need to learn as a family. And it's about knowing that what's meant for you won't go past you, and whether that's good, bad, or indifferent. But you are absolutely coming out of the negativity into a more positive world for you, whatever that means for you. Okay, the boys. Yeah, there's something, gosh, they're happy kids. I'm just getting smiles and laughter and fun and energy. But there's something there, so I'm just going to tap into the boys. Again, I apologise for my dogs. Okay, so both boys? Okay, both boys together will do. I just want a card for the boys. Just a generic card is fine, please. Sorry, guys, I talk to my guides and to yours just to make sure that I'm getting the right information. There's heaps there for the boys, heaps and heaps. Okay. Righto. Sorry, I'm actually drawing a few things. Okay. All right, that makes much more sense for me. Okay, so here's the first card that I pulled, which was Heed Your Dreams. This is about the boys being children and being allowed to be children, and, kids dream all of the time, having fun, playing with that. The second card I drew is Make the Sacrifice, okay, which is the card for the work stuff, right? So what the decision or the opportunity that's going to come your way is going to affect the boys. But here's the fabulous bit. Honor Gaia. So if you stay grounded and if you stay connected to what you really want and what you want as a family, which may be two different things, or slightly different or slightly askew, then if you can remain centered in yourself, if you can allow yourself to really pay attention to the boys and their play and their fun, and not get so hung up in that work stuff, then you're going to find that it is all going to work out in the end. Yeah. Now, your dreams are important. It's the thing with the boys is that you're getting lost. Okay. Often happens with young children, I've been there, but you are really kind of, it's like you're it's hard to describe. It's like you're constantly moving, but not in a direction that sustains you as a human being, as a soul, as a person. So here's some tips for you. When Gaia comes up, you can use anything on the planet to sustain you. Anything natural. It can be food, it can be water, it can be plants, it can be animals, it can be digging in the garden, it can be swimming in the ocean, anything, hugging a tree. I recommend hugging a tree. Anything that connects you to the planet, because the planet is much older than us. It is linked to our soul because our soul was created at the same time as the planets, actually before the planets, but that's a whole other story. But if you can connect to the planet, you can more easily connect to you and your soul purpose, and that really makes your life easier and these decisions that are coming your way easier, okay? I do recommend, there is so much stuff there that you get a reading with somebody that you trust, because there's so much there for you at the moment, and I literally have conversations going on in my head. There are people and guides for you, the boys, other family, just wanting to give you lots of information. So when that happens, I just say to people, look, think about what you really want to know, have 1 or 2 questions in mind, seek someone that you trust. It doesn't need to be me, and have a reading. Make sure that they are a good psychic. They're not. There are lots of fakes out there. And a good psychic will give you a money back guarantee, and will also, allow you to ask questions. So that's how you tell, basically. And if they're not willing to do either one of those things, then run them on. Okay. So we're just about up for time. Nicole, sorry, I just saw your message. My little's guy injured his hands last year and he's needed ongoing care. One thing after another, yeah. Yeah, I knew it was the youngest one. Look, his sense of, his dreams, his sense of fun, his smile is so infectious. He is trying to be a big boy. So this is going to set him up for strengths that he will have as an adult. Okay, so this time is a development time for him and for the rest of you, and also for his brother. So that's what I'm saying. There's lots of messages there. The boys are going to be fine. You need to understand that. And as I said, you're coming out of the grey into the sunlight. So that's fabulous. But there's more stuff ahead of you. And the more you can relax into being calm, being centered, and focusing on the messages that you're getting and on the direction you need to take it from moment to moment, the easier it will be. You can see I'm really breathless and I'm really sort of a bit tizzy, just because there's so much information there for you. Again, I really recommend you get a reading from somebody that you trust. It does not have to be me, but there's so much there for you and so much guidance you can get. In the next 3 weeks, it's really going to help you if you do that. But again, you don't have to. Things happen when they're meant to happen and in the order they're meant to happen in for you to do what you need to do. Gosh, so much going on today. Okay, thank you. You're very welcome, Nicole. I'm here, same bat channel next week. Okay, so I'm just going to just take a moment to just be still, and I'd love those of you with me to do the same, because as I said before, there is just so much change, there's so much movement, there is so much transition happening at the moment that I would really love to gift everybody a couple of moments, because we've got a couple of minutes, just a couple of moments out of your day to just be still. So just close your eyes with me, plant your feet on the floor, settle comfortably into your chair, and just take a really deep breath and let it out slowly. Continue to breathe really low and long and slow and deep, focusing on your breath. And allow your shoulders to drop. Allow the tension to ease. And as you breathe in, allow all of the light, the sunshine, the joy, the bliss, the happiness, the goodness, everything that you deserve flow in through the inward breath. Your connection to your soul, to your life force, to the planet, to the universe is there for you on that inward breath. And on the outward breath, exhale anything that is troubling you, any stress, any tension, any worries or concerns, anything that you don't need right now leaves on that outward breath, because we are focusing purely on the breath. Allow the light of the universe to flow in to your lungs. Allow it to fill your heart space. Feel your shoulders drop. You might like to push them back a little bit and expand your chest outwards. Push your chest outwards and you'll tilt your head up slightly as you breathe in the light and the joy and the peace. And when you're ready, I want you to breathe and count. We're going to count to 6. Each breath in is a 1, a breath out is a 2. When you breathe in again, it's 3, and breathing out again is 4, and so on. So join me now for 6 calming, joyful breaths. 1, breathe in. 2, breathe out. 3, breathe in. 4, release. 5, breathe in, calm. And 6, release. And when you're ready, just open your eyes. Wow, that's cool. So if you're like me, you'll be feeling much more centered. I can do that because I've been doing it for years, but if you practice those 6 breaths, start with 3 deep breaths and then count to 6, you will find that you will be calmer, you will be more centered, you will be able to cope much more easily with everything that's going around you, especially at the moment when there's so much change and flux and transition and you name it, it's happening. Remember to tap into the feminine energy that you all have, ladies, because it is your power, it is your driving force. You were born with it. You might as well use it. Thank you, everybody, for coming today. I really do appreciate it. Spread the word. I'm here 11 o'clock every Wednesday giving you Oracle Insight, and I am on my actual Facebook page under Toni-Maree Hannan from 11:30, which is in about a minute's time. Thank you again. I wish you light. I wish you laughter, and I wish you calm. Have an awesome day, everybody. Toni-Maree signing out. Bye.